Before we start, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning, Honorable Minister, Professor Dr. Blade NZIMANDE, Director General Cele, who is going to be with me here on stage to program direct, distinguished government leaders, municipal representatives, Executive Mayor of the Fezile Dabi District, Councillor Dennis Kasu, industry partners, academia colleagues, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave any recognitions that I might have missed because clearly my job in government that I was trying to interview for might not happen if I don't do this protocol observed story correctly. So I'm going to start again. Minister, Honorable Professor Blade NZIMANDE, Minister of Science and Technology and Innovation, absolutely welcome. Representing our Premier, MEC, MK Makume, who is the MEC for Finance, Economy, Development and Tourism, on behalf of the Premier of the province, Ms. McQueen Letsoha Mataye. Absolutely welcome. And I welcome, as I said, Councillor Dennis Kasudi and Councillor Malindi, respectively. They are Executive Mayor for Fezile Dabi District Municipality, that's Councillor Kasudi, and Councillor Jack Malindi. It's important we know our leaders, ladies and gentlemen. So Councillor Jack Malindi, Executive Mayor of Metsimaholo Local Municipality. And from members of parliament in the House, we are welcoming Honorable L.S. Makubela, who is the Portfolio Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation Chairperson. We also welcome Honorable Maki Feni, who is the Select Committee on Education, Science and Creative Industries Chairperson. As I said, my counterpart as far as the directing of this program is concerned, Dr. Mlungi Sicele, Director General in the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. And as always, to make sure that Minister says the right things, talk the right things, advisor to the Minister, Mr. Ngaba Ngandela. We complain to him if something goes wrong. Advise kanjani umphathi. And then we welcome also Dr. Sarushan Pillay, who is the Executive Vice President for Business Building, Strategy, Projects and Engineering, as well as Technology here in Sasol. We pay homage in our Sasolburg site. The owner of this site is Ms. Ntokozo Gabashe, who is the Senior Vice President for Sasolburg NATREF Operations. Thank you very much, Ms. Ntokozo. And we also pay homage to our participation in the community in terms of building communities. We have our SVP or Senior Vice President Grace Ndwambe, responsible for corporate affairs and stakeholder management. I would like to welcome Prof. Jeffrey Mphahlele. Absolute warm welcome to you. Good to see you. Prof is a Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Community Engagement on behalf of the Principal and Vice Chancellor, Prof Bismarck Chobega at Northwest University. Thank you for your partnership and your friendship. So on behalf of Sasol, It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our Research and Technology Campus for this important occasion as we showcase partnerships and innovations that are helping to advance South Africa's science, technology, and industry development. As always, and is our tradition, to begin our program, I want to invite everyone to please rise and for the singing of the national anthem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Before I also proceed, I would like to acknowledge among us Chairperson of the Board of SANEDI. I have to make a special mention, Chairperson Sicelo Kulu. Thank you very much for your time, as well for our friendship and partnership in working together in this program that we are celebrating also today. Before we proceed, as always, I think it's important to understand the safety of the building that we are in. I would like to show a video as part of a safety briefing. Please pay attention, because when you left home, you said to your partners, you said to your family, you didn't say goodbye. You said, I'll see you later. So I definitely want you to see your family later. So please pay attention to the video.
Welcome to Sasol's Sasolburg operations, where safety is our top priority. What is known as the Sasol 1 site is the original Sasol site where petroleum products and waxes were commercially produced from coal for the first time in the world more than 70 years ago. Today we produce higher value wax and chemicals from natural gas as our primary feedstock. We would like our visitors, employees and service providers to go home safely. It is our belief that all incidents can be prevented. Please listen carefully to the information presented, as we are all individually and collectively responsible for our own safety and that of our team members. Remember, at Sasol, we put safety first. All visitors to Sasolburg operations have to watch this orientation video. The video will familiarize you with important procedures and guidelines we have implemented to ensure the safety of our visitors at our operations. Please inform the security officer who you are visiting, the host, the intent of the visit, and if you have an agreed appointment. You will be required to complete and sign our Visitors Register Site Indemnity form and will then be provided with an access permit. You should always carry the access permit with you throughout your visit. Sasolburg operations is a national key point with site rules that must always be adhered to. You will be entering a security-controlled area and right of admission is reserved. When visiting our site, You are required to be in possession of either your valid ID book, smart card, valid passport, or valid driver's license. Taking videos or photographs is strictly prohibited unless officially authorized by security. All firearms must be handed in at security for safekeeping on arrival. Personnel entering the site as visitors are not allowed to execute any physical work in the plant areas. Proceed directly to your intended destination and do not drive or wander about aimlessly. You should always cooperate with your Sasol host and follow any lawful order given to you. It is essential that all Sasol employees, service providers and visitors wear the appropriate personal protective equipment, referred to as PPE. The required PPE is displayed at plant entrances. This would normally include a hard hat, safety glasses, earplugs, zero flame and acid-resistant overalls, safety gloves and safety shoes. If required to wear a mask, ensure to be clean-shaven. Visitors with synthetic hair entering the plant areas must wear the flame-retardant cover caps. Visitors to offices must wear flat shoes. You may be subjected to alcohol and drug testing. Anyone under the influence of or in possession of alcohol or drugs will not be allowed on the premises. You may also be subjected to a search when entering or exiting the plant. Always remember to buckle up. Driving or walking while using a cell phone is not permitted. Please adhere to the displayed speed limit on all sites, as it is strictly policed. Non-compliance may result in being banned from site.
The Sasol 1, Midland and Bunsen sites are classified as major hazard establishments, where hazardous substances are produced, processed, handled, stored or used in forms and quantities that could pose significant risks to human health, property or the environment in the event of an accidental release.
Action plans are in place should a gas leak, fire, explosion or spillage of toxic material occur. During site emergencies at the Sasolburg operations sites, the works emergency siren will be activated. This takes the form of an intermittent wail, rising and falling for 2 minutes. When this happens, a works emergency is activated by an announcement over the intercom. In an emergency, all tools and equipment must be switched off immediately, and all persons must report to the nearest emergency gathering room, EGR. In the event of a fire or explosion where evacuation of the plant is necessary, report to the nearest emergency assembly point, EAP. If the alarm sounds while you are driving on the site, proceed to the nearest emergency gathering room. During these emergency situations, Sasol personnel will erect barriers which should not be crossed under any circumstances. It is crucial to cooperate during these times and to follow the instructions given to you by a designated official. Please stay at the emergency gathering room or emergency assembly point until the all clear siren sounds. This siren signals that it is safe to return to work. Please take note that Sasol tests the plant and community sirens every Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Remember to always adhere to the Sasol site rules. Listen to all emergency announcements. In case of an emergency, go to the nearest emergency gathering room called an EGR. Always adhere to 3-point contact on staircases. Always wear the required PPE. Always adhere to road safety rules. Transportation of people on the back of open vehicles is not allowed. Children under the age of 16 are strictly prohibited from entering our premises. No alcohol or drugs are allowed on the factory premises. Smoking inside the factory is only allowed in demarcated areas. The taking of videos or photographs is prohibited unless officially authorized by security. Please declare any radioactive sources you might have in your possession to security. You are required to declare all equipment and tools at the security control area. Remember to return your visitor's permit to security when leaving the site. We wish you a safe and productive visit to our Sasolburg operations. At Sasol, we put safety first.
Program Director Andy, the Senior Vice President Research and Technology of Sasol Limited. I rise on the protocol that you have established, but make the following exceptions. To acknowledge the presence of our Minister, Professor NZIMANDE, the MEC representing the Premier, the Select Committee on Education, Sciences and Creative Industries, the Chairperson of SANEDI Board, the Executive Vice President of Sasol, the Vice President of Sasol Government Relations and Policy, the DVC for Northwest, members of the Executive of Sasol, the Minister's Advisor, all distinguished guests. Today's deployment of a 2 kilowatt proton exchange membrane electrolyzer system is one of the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation's contribution to the advancement of the hydrogen economy, which forms part of the central pillars of the department's decadal plan of science, technology and innovation. We recognize the potential of the hydrogen economy as a catalyst for our country's just energy transition and its ability to stimulate meaningful and inclusive economic growth. To help extract this value, in 2007, our government approved a 15-year Hydrogen South Africa Research, Development and Innovation Strategy, or the HISA strategy in short. Implemented by our department, this strategy seeks to create knowledge, human resource capacity, and enable the development of high-value commercial activities in hydrogen fuel cell technologies. In support of this objective, we have established the necessary infrastructure and capabilities through 3 HISA centers of competence, focusing on catalysis, hydrogen production, storage and distribution infrastructure, as well as systems integration and technology validation. To date, the platinum group metals-based catalyst and membrane electrode assemblies for fuel cells and electrolyzers, as well as metal hydride-based hydrogen storage technologies have been developed, positioning South Africa as a significant player in the global market. Today's deployment, therefore, serves as one of the testaments to government investment in hydrogen economy agenda through the Hydrogen South Africa flagship program. To give effect to these kinds of initiatives and derive maximum impact, as well as ensure that science, technology, and innovation serves as a basis to address the 3 priorities of the 7th administration, namely priority 1, that is to drive inclusive growth and job creation; priority 2, reduce poverty and tackle high cost of living; priority 3, build a capable, ethical, and developmental state. The ministry has adopted a mantra of placing science, technology, and innovation at the center of government, education, society, and industry. This means that by contributing to a creation of a conducive innovation ecosystem that is seeking to translate science to solve societal, environmental, and economic problems in real time. May I then invite my co-director to continue with the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DG, for those words. To open up our proceedings, it is my pleasure to welcome and to invite the Executive Mayor of the Fezile Dabi District Municipality, Councillor Dennis Kasu, to give us an official welcome in this place of Sasolburg. Thank you very much.
Good morning. From Director, people are not responding. But thank you very much. What a day. Honorable Minister, Professor, Ntate Blade NZIMANDE. You'll pardon us, this is the area that a lot of language have been, communication has been alluded with kind of languages, Sotho, Zulu, Xhosa, Pedi, Shangani, and Tsonga. So we are blessed because we normally welcome even people who cannot even speak our own languages. But I'm glad you are here and then you are able to speak our own language, which is South African language. Thank you, sir, for that. Today, as we have been invited, and thanks, Program Director, this is one of the days where we conclude the month of science and technology and innovation. Let me continue with what I've been requested to do today, which is to welcome each and every person who has been invited to come and honor this beautiful day where we conclude the science and technology and innovation. Leaders from various industries, organized business, our own acting Premier MEC Makume, my colleague Ndate Malindi, and all distinguished guests. I normally don't want to waste time in greeting each and everyone who has been honored. And ladies and gentlemen, it is both a privilege and honor to welcome all of you in Fezile District Municipality, and in particular to Sasolburg, an area that is full of a lot of history, and many leaders are from this area. But I'm not particularly speaking to you, MEC Makume. I know you also come from Sasolburg. As we gather for two significant milestones, the official closing of a National Science Month and the launching of 2 kilowatts local laboratory scale Proton exchange membrane. On behalf of the people of Fezile District Municipality, let me also extend our warmest welcome to our Honorable Minister, like I've indicated, Ntate Professor Blade NZIMANDE, whose presence today is going to demonstrate the government unwavering commitment to advancing science, innovation, research, and technological development as a key driver of South African economic transformation. Minister, your leadership continues to inspire confidence that science and technology innovation, it can be essential for building an exclusive, industrialized, and perpetuous for our nation. We are equally honored to welcome the national and the local leadership of Sasol firm, but this is your land. You are the one who must welcome us. As partners in stakeholders that have been considered working hand in hand with Sasol and NATREF, we continue and contribute towards making this occasion possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the Science, our National Science Month, serves as an important reminder that science is not a confined to laboratories or lecture halls. Science improves lives, it strengthens healthcare, modernize agriculture, protect our environment, enhance education, and create opportunity for economic growth. More importantly, science provides solutions to the challenges confronting our communities, including unemployment, climate change, energy security, and sustainable development. Today is the launch of the Proton exchange membrane electrolyzer facility. Is therefore much more than unveiling a new piece of technology. It represents South African growing capability to innovate, manufacture, and compete in emerging global industries, particularly in the green hydrogen economy. The development of our local hydrogen technologies positions our country to become a global leader in clean energy solutions, while creating a new industries, attracting investment and generating sustainable employment opportunity for our people. As a Fezile District Municipality, we are particularly excited because this breakthrough is taking place within our district. For decades, Honorable Minister, Sasol has been recognized as one of the South African foremost industrial and petrochemical center. Today we are witnessing effort geared towards harnessing and the legacy. We are moving from being known only for traditional industrial excellence to becoming a central for innovation, clean technologies and industries for the future. This transformation aligns perfectly with our vision of building a diversified, resilient and competitive local economic, and that creates opportunity for all. From Director, the municipality together with NZIMANDE and provincial government has been working towards the establishment of a green 14 node that is packaged as a green tech agro-processing specialized economic zone that is known as SEZ. That is multi-sectoral and multi-site SEZ. Our efforts are being focused on green economy by mobilization of green technologies and neutralizing of a green technology innovation. The mentioned green tech agro-processing SEZ will be pursuing the following strategic objectives: attracting investment with your green tech agro-processing SEZ. Extension will offer investors in a range of inconvenience, including tax breaks, customs, exception, and streamline regulatory processes, making them attractive destination for domestic and foreign investment. Stimulating industrialization by clustering industrial, providing access to shared infrastructure service, green tech agro processing, your SEZ extension will be facilitated, and the development of vibrant manufacturing economy driven industrialization and the value addition. And the following ones are also included in accordance to your SEZ. Promoting trade and export, your foresting innovation and skills development. From Director, also allow me, as I'm about to conclude, our Honorable Minister, and also allow me to express our sincere appreciation to the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation for its continued investment in science research and technological innovation. We also commend Sasol firm for its leadership in advancing research and innovation while continuing to invest in technologies that support South African industrial future. Your commitment demonstrates that sustainable development and industrial competitiveness can go ahead or hand in hand. To our scientists, researchers, engineers, we thank you for your dedication, perseverance and commitment to excellence. The innovations we celebrate today are a product of a year of research, collaboration and determination. Your work contributes not only to science advancement, but also to prosperity and well-being of future generation of Vezile District Municipality. As I conclude, let us remember that the future belongs to the nation, that the investment is a knowledge, innovation, and human capital. Let us continue working together to build an economy that's sustainable, competitive, and exclusive. Let us also inspire our youth to dream boldly, to innovate fearlessly, and to become leaders in science and technology. Let us also ensure that our legacy of National Science Month extends far beyond this day and continues to inspire progress throughout the year. Honourable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for choosing Vezile District Municipality area as the host of this historical occasion. May your stay be productive and memorable. Once again, welcome to Vezile District Municipality and also to Sasol, and welcome to this historical celebration of science innovation in our country. Future is for us.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Executive Mayor. With that warm welcome, you make me want to take off my jacket And let me also do say so that you are absolutely welcome to take off your jacket, because we are really celebrating a great milestone in terms of the science month. I would like to go then forward with our program and ask that we reflect on the power of collaboration between government and industry and academia, and get a context of today's program, and also share Sasol's perspective on green hydrogen, sustainable fuels, and carbon management technologies. As I continue with the program, to the various leaders that are in the room, just to make sure that we make the best use of time, and we are also innovative in terms of how we do the program. There will be now and again a few of you that I would need that you step a little bit outside to participate in some of the outside interviews, to make sure that the rest of the country captures this moment and really captures what I would consider a momentous moment for science, where we place it at the center, to have a whole month where we put science at the center of our economic development. So I am pleased in the next item to introduce Dr. Sarushen Pillay, who's our Group Executive Vice President for Business Building, Strategy, Projects and Engineering and Technology, to provide indeed the context for today's program. And you are all welcome to take off your jacket, but you will need to put the PPE on when we do go outside on the site. But the taking off the jacket is just to make sure that I do rise on the welcoming that the executive mayor has made. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Pillay to come and really give us the Sasol context for today.
Thank you, Andy. Good morning, everyone. I don't like to welcome everyone here, because I feel like, when you welcome someone, then it's not like you're welcoming them home, right? You don't welcome someone when they come back to their own house. So I hope you all feel really at home here. And I'm not going to, I think both the program directors have done an excellent job of talking about the protocol, welcoming all our guests here. So you know who's here today. Let's get straight into the program, right? So it's a real privilege to host you here on this site. Sasolburg is the place where Sasol's story of possibility began. And I think, when we talk Sasol, you must think South Africa, because Sasol and South Africa are interlinked. When I think of it, I don't think of anything different. More than 7 decades ago, this was and continues to be where ambition met engineering and scientific excellence, where bold scientific ideas were turned into industrial reality, and where South Africa proved that it could build world-scale technology on its own terms. So we did it before, and we're going to do it again. That spirit still defines Sasolburg. This location has always been a platform for solving complex national challenges through science, technology, partnerships, and courage. It is where we have innovated, adapted, and repeatedly stretched the boundaries of what is possible. That is why today matters. We are not simply going to commission equipment, we are signaling South Africa's intent to move with purpose into the next era of sustainable growth. Today's event takes place at a decisive moment. Around the world, the hydrogen economy is emerging as one of the most important industrial opportunities of our time. It is not only an energy transition lever, but serves as a platform for new value chains, new technologies, new skills, and new sources of competitive advantage. Hydrogen continues to be recognized internationally as an important component of the future energy mix, particularly in sectors that are difficult to electrify and decarbonize. Now, while the pace of development has not always matched the enthusiasm surrounding hydrogen, its long-term strategic importance remains. The countries and companies that build capability now will shape the markets of tomorrow. They will define the standards, capture the learning curves, develop the talent, and secure the partnerships that determines who leads in the low-carbon economy. South Africa is exceptionally well positioned to seize this opportunity. We have some of the world's strongest renewable energy endowments and have the potential to install nearly 9 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity just in the surrounding area. And this would provide a solid foundation for competitively producing green hydrogen at scale. Building on this advantage, South Africa has proactively, through the Green Hydrogen Commercialization Strategy approved by Cabinet in 2023. This has come to life through HYSA, which is spearheading the innovation of hydrogen and fuel cell technology under Dr. Dmitry Besarov. This strategy is an important statement of national intent. It signals that South Africa will not be a bystander in the hydrogen economy, but will harness the exceptional renewable energy resources to build industries, attract investment, develop high-value skills, and compete in global low-carbon value chains. Now at Sasol, we have been proud to partner with the government and stakeholders in helping develop the foundations needed for South Africa's emerging green hydrogen industry. But ambition only becomes real when it's matched by execution. Green hydrogen will require collaboration at scale, technology development, infrastructure, bankable demand, investable projects, and a deep pipeline of skills. It will require government, industry, academia, research institutions, and customers to move together with speed and discipline. For Sasol, hydrogen is not a distant idea. It's part of our industrial DNA. Hydrogen has been central to our operations, technologies, and value chains for decades. Few organizations possess the depth of expertise, practical experience, and technical capability that Sasol has developed in hydrogen production, utilization, and large-scale industrial applications. For those of you who don't know, we are the world's largest producer of hydrogen. We produce more than 2.5 million tons of hydrogen a year. That gives us a distinctive starting point. Sasol has the asset and proprietary technologies that can help South Africa move from aspiration to practical industrial participation. Our partnerships are designed to do exactly that, to build the ecosystem, prove the applications, and create the pathway to scale. Over the past few years, these partnerships have moved from concept to demonstration. So this is not just talk. In April 2021, Sasol and Toyota South Africa Motors announced our intention to jointly develop a proof-of-concept green hydrogen mobility ecosystem. By 2023, on this site in Sasolburg, we had produced the country's first green hydrogen, and it's the only large-scale industrial green hydrogen production facility in the country at the moment. An important proof point for the development of local capability. In October 2023, Sasol, Toyota, and Air Products demonstrated South Africa's first on-road hydrogen mobility ecosystem, showing how green hydrogen infrastructure and mobility applications can come together in practice. That same month, Sasol, Valterra Platinum, and BMW announced a tri-party collaboration to advance the first on-road hydrogen mobility fleet. Beyond mobility, Sasol continues to explore opportunities to transform and repurpose our Fischer-Tropsch feedstock-agnostic assets in South Africa to produce more sustainable energy and chemical products. This includes sustainable aviation fuel, green ammonia, and green methanol. An important enabler of this pathway is the TUV Sud ISCC Plus certification that we received a few months ago. This is a strong signal to the global market that Sasol and South Africa has the ability to offer certified sustainable products and supports the development of lower carbon value chains. We are also deepening collaborations with HYSA, tertiary education institutions, and other partners to enable and build the research skills and industrial ecosystem required for long-term success. This is the prize before us, an ecosystem that connects government, developers, technology providers, infrastructure partners, researchers, investors, and customers into one coherent industrial engine. If we get this right, hydrogen can become more than a decarbonization pathway. It can become a new source of industrial growth for South Africa. At Sasol, we are proud to contribute to this national opportunity. We believe these strengths will benefit South Africa by supporting energy security, industrial competitiveness, and the development of more sustainable products. And as you know, the result of all of this is job creation, and that's what we are all after. As sustainable feedstocks become increasingly available and economically viable, these capabilities create opportunities to transform and pivot towards the production of more sustainable energy and chemical products. Our task is to turn this potential into momentum. To realize this opportunity, we must keep building one capability, one partnership, and one proof point at a time. Today's milestone is, above all, proof that progress is achieved through partnership. We are here today because the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, SANEDI, Northwest University, and Sasol brought complementary skills together behind a shared national ambition. The commissioning of the HISA 2 kilowatt proton electron exchange membrane electrolyzer is the tangible result of that collaboration. It may be modest in scale, but it is powerful in significance. It represents local capability, applied learning, and the confidence to test, improve, and industrialize technology developed in South Africa, for South Africa, and potentially for markets beyond our borders. I want to acknowledge and thank each partner for the distinct role that you have played. The Department of Science, Technology and Innovation provided the public funding and strategic impetus for this work through SANEDI, demonstrating the importance of sustained investment in locally developed science, technology, and intellectual property. To SANEDI, thank you for translating that funding commitment into effective program delivery. This is proof how publicly funded innovation is realized. To the Northwest University and the Hydrogen South Africa Hydrogen Infrastructure Center of Competence, thank you for applying your scientific and engineering expertise to design and build the electrolyzer. Your work has converted South African research and intellectual property into a functioning technology platform. I would sincerely like to extend our appreciation to the Premier in her absence, represented by the MEC for Economic Development, for enabling us to pursue collaboration and continue positively impacting our communities in this region. I would like to extend our appreciation to the Council for Geoscience. As you'll experience in a short while, we're also researching carbon dioxide capture and mineralization. This is another example of partnership-led innovation. It brings together industrial experience and scientific expertise to explore solutions that could become increasingly important in future carbon management systems. And to the Sasol teams, thank you for providing the industrial and commercial environment in which this technology can be integrated, operated, and rigorously tested under real-world conditions. By connecting local innovation to our research and technology capabilities and industrial processes, Sasol is helping to create the pathway from laboratory development to improve technology readiness and ultimately scale. As I close, let me say this clearly. South Africa has the ingredients to become a serious destination for innovation, sustainable energy security, and industrial development. We have the talent, we have the science, we have the industrial base, we have the partnerships. Now, we must bring them together with urgency and ambition. Together, we are building more than the foundations of a hydrogen economy. We are building the sustainable future of South Africa to compete in the industries of the future. That is the scale of the opportunity before us, and that is the ambition that we must now pursue. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pillay, for outlining that messaging on how innovation, partnership, and technology development are helping to shape South Africa's future energy landscape. One capability, one partnership, one goal, one focus. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, just to outline the next speaker, I would like to invite to the fore is that the development of future technologies, they really depend on strong partnerships between academia, government, and industry. And so it is my pleasure to invite Professor Jeffrey Mphahlele, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation and Community Engagement at the Northwest University, to share a few remarks with us. Prof. Mphahlele, the stage is yours. Round of applause.
Thank you, program directors and Mr. Indim Caesar, the Senior Vice President for Research and Technology here at Sasol, and Dr. Mlungisi Cele, who is the Director General from DSTI. Thanks for the opportunity. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Dumelang Sanibonani.
Good morning.
I thought I would hear
Good morning, Prof.
Molo. So allow me to just embrace and stand on existing protocol. But I wish to extend a special gratitude to our dignitaries and honored guests. Our Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Prof. NZIMANDE. The Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation. The Chairperson of the Select Committee on Education, Sciences and Creative Industries. Representative from the Office of the Premier of the Free State Province. The executive mayors of both Fezile Dabi District Municipality and Mizimaholo Local Municipality, and the chairperson of Sanedi Board, Mr. Sicelo Kulu. I think if I don't do this one, maybe our future funding will not be guaranteed. So, representatives of the various institutions and entities, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning and all protocol observed. For us as Northwest University, it is really with huge honor to convey a message of appreciation on this ceremonial occasion. I think first and first, Mr. Andy, congratulations to the DSTI and the Sasol for successful development of a 2 kilowatt proton exchange membrane electrolyzer as part of the Hydrogen South Africa program. And we really congratulate Sasol on this. And I also like to take this opportunity to congratulate Sasol management who are in our midst, not just for hosting us, for really taking this initiative, together with other partners, of course. So today we are proud to witness yet another important milestone. The system being launched today, water electrolyzer. It generates hydrogen by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, and the hydrogen will contribute meaningfully to industrial decarbonization. This project demonstrates the importance of moving research from the bench towards technology demonstration, validation, and commercial readiness. The electrolyzer will serve as a research platform, of course, but it's important that it's going to be a platform that will evaluate electrolysis performance under the South African operating conditions, generate critical data to support technology optimization and future scale-up, and also develop local technical expertise and strengthen the integration of hydrogen production technologies into industrial applications. This event is also about celebrating the remarkable power of shared vision and collaboration, as other speakers have already intimated. Collaboration between academia, industry, and government. Through strategic partnerships with industry leaders, such as Sasol, HISA Infrastructure Center of Competence, co-hosted by the Northwest University and the CSIR. And I have to bring this element, Honorable Minister, that we are not just the only higher education sector that is hosting this center of competence. We do have our reliable partners, the CSIR. And we continue to collaborate with the industry to localize advanced hydrogen technologies and intellectual property developed in South Africa, while progressively advancing them to higher technology readiness levels. We are deeply grateful to the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, as well as SANEDI, for their continued support. And I wish to reiterate that this collaboration between government, academia, and industry is at the heart of the HISA flagship program and illustrates how innovation can strengthen South Africa's competitiveness, create opportunities for industrial growth, and contribute to a more sustainable future. So, as Northwest University, I just want to say to both our partners today, Sasol and DSTI, you can always count on Northwest University with the partnership that we have. And I'm not here alone. I'm actually here with Professor Dimitri, who is actually the director of the HISA Infrastructure Center of Competence that is co-hosted by Northwest University and CSIR. I don't think he needs any introduction to most of you. We have hosted some of these events at Northwest University. We have visited some of our laboratories, and we will remain really trusted partners when it comes to collaboration. So once again, congratulations to Sasol for this significant milestone. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof, and the commitment for continued partnership, and also for the HISA infrastructure of competency, because this is not only just about industry, but it's also about capacity development and competency development and learning. And so with those words then, it is my pleasure. I know we are moving at speed, but on a Friday, Saturday o'clock is on the way. So, and I know that we need to rest because I know all of you are working very, very hard. And I still need to take you out on the site to really look at what we came here for. I would like to invite, it is my pleasure to invite Chairperson of the SANEDI board, and thank you for the time that you have made to come to us to this event, Mr. Sicelo Kulu, to share a few words. Please welcome Mr. Kulu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. We would have loved to stand on the established protocol, but we thought that for SANEDI it's important that we acknowledge our partners as a sign of respect and honor, especially based on the journey that we've walked to deliver this particular, I think, project. Also, just to apologize upfront to the Honorable Minister that I'm on wearing a suit and a tie. We were given strict instruction, Minister, to wear closed shoes and skinny jeans. So, so I just thought I must mention that. So just a bit of acknowledgement. Firstly, I think the Honorable Minister, Professor Blade NZIMANDE, the Minister of Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. Also, I think the MEC as well, Mr. Makume, the MEC for Finance, Economic Development and Tourism, I think standing on behalf of the Premier of the Free State Province, Ms. Makwin Lesoha, in her absentia. And also, I think, Councillor Dennis Kasudi, and thank you very much, Executive Mayor, for the warm introduction, and as well as Councillor Jack Malindi, the Mayor of Matsimaholo, local municipality. By the way, I also form part of COCTA, so we deal a lot with the municipalities, and as well as the Honorable Member of Parliament, Makubela, the Chairperson of the Polo Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation, who you're welcome. Honorable MP Fani as well, the Chairperson of the Select Committee, Education, Science and Creative Industries Committee, most welcome. Numagaye, Dr. Mlungi Sicelo, thank you very much, DG, for Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. Also, I think Ngaba Ngandela, yes, advisor to the Minister, but importantly, also the member of the board of SANEDI. So we have good times and bad times and fight in that board to deliver this project. So thank you very much. Also, Dr. Swartz, thank you very much, the science expert, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Thank you, Dr. Pillay, as well, just being here on the stage, the Executive Vice President of Business Building, Strategy and Technology at Sasol. And then also Ms. Togozo Kabashe. Thank you for hosting us, the Senior Vice President of Sasol. And as well as Marcel Michelson, the Vice President of Government, Relations and Policy at Sasol, and Mr. Endim Caesar, the Senior Vice President, Research Technology at Sasol, and also Mr. Govender, the Vice President on Research Operations at Sasol, and as well as Prof. Patlela. I think, again, the Deputy Vice Chancellor has been here. Also, I think Simpiwe Nelana, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Commercialization and Internationalization, but also just to acknowledge all the Chief Executive Officers of state-owned entities that are present, leaders from the private sector as well that are present here, obviously members of the media. We heard earlier on that there are some here, ladies and gentlemen. We're given 5 minutes, Honorable Minister, so I'll try and be brief. And I think Prof. Mampueli did this deliberately because he knew we couldn't come in and speak for only 5 minutes. So I really feel honored to be invited by the Minister, Prof. NZIMANDE, to give SANEDI's inputs on this auspicious occasion of the visit to Sasol by the Minister of Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. That also marks, I think, the handover of the 2-kilowatt proton membrane electrolyzer, as has been highlighted earlier on. As we are all aware, I think the system development was supported by the DSTI and delivered through SANEDI as the DSTI implementing agency in partnership with the Northwest University and as well as Sasol. The successful delivery of this unit is well aligned, I think, to the SANEDI's mandate as captured in the Energy Act of 2008. Specifically, I think that part that talks about directing and conducting research in the field of energy. It also signifies, I think, another big milestones reached under the long-term collaboration between SANEDI and as well as the DSTI, which started in 2019, and of which SANEDI obviously values very much. Culminating, of course, into an establishment of the DSTI Energy Secretariat at SANEDI, led by Prof. Mampweli in this particular case. So whose obviously the mandate includes, among others, assisting the department with the running the 4 energy research, I think, development and innovation flagship programs, which are the Hydrogen South Africa, the energy storage, the coal CO2 to X program, and as well as the renewable energy hubs and spokes program. So this collaboration has grown from strength to strength, and it has produced great results with the positive socio-economic impact in South Africa. And regarding specifically why we're here today, the 2 kilowatt PEM electrolyzer infrastructure successfully completed the design, fabrication, as well as the factory accepted testing and system verification prior to the delivery of the unit to Sasol. This also included the mechanical inspection, electrical verification, instrumentation checks, control system functionality testing, safety verification, and as well as operational performance testing before it was obviously delivered to Sasol. So SANEDI inspected the unit at the Northwest University before it was delivered to Sasol, just to make sure that all the T's were dotted, or I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. We will provide a system handover report, Honorable Minister, to the DSTI, which will include the following documentation, which I think is important: the factory acceptance testing report, the equipment data sheet that we've produced, the operating manuals, the maintenance guidelines, as well as the system and engineering drawings and diagrams relating to this particular project. In addition to the handover report, Honorable Minister, SANEDI will also provide a certification of completion to the DSTI, signifying the successful completion of the project in line with the SANEDI DSTI contractual arrangements that we have in place. We are also looking forward, Honorable Minister, to the results from the further testing of the 2 kilowatt PEM electrolyzer by Sasol and partners, as well as the potential scaling up of the unit at a later stage, so that we can be able to assess the impact. SANEDI is also looking forward to another great milestones that will be reached under the good working relationship that we enjoy between DSTI and other partners as well. So as I conclude, Honorable Minister, to stay within the 5 minutes, on behalf of SANEDI, I hereby then convey our support for today's event, and I'm looking forward to activities of the day, and indeed, we are wearing our closed shoes. Thank you very much.
That jean is not so skinny, but it's okay. Yeah, when it's skinny, you should not be able to go down the stairs. You'll be struggling. Thank you so much, Mr. Electrolysis, for that outline, and also by way of acknowledgement, indeed, Prof. Moeli, on the Energy Secretariat of SANEDI. It's important to recognize you, Prof. And also I recognize Mr. Danny Cronje, Senior Vice President for Business Building in Sasol. It is my pleasure, once again, ladies and gentlemen, to go to the next speaker, Member of Parliament, Ms. Lusizo Sharon Makubela, who is the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of Science and Technology and Innovation, to share a message of support. Don't tell them where we met. Thank you.
Program directors, Minister, Professor NZIMANDE, MEC, the executive mayors, my fellow co-chairperson in the National Council of Provinces, Honorable Fani, the department is led by DG, the representatives of the University of Northwest, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's still morning. It is a privilege and an honor to bring a message of support on behalf of the Portfolio Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation. Today marks another important milestone in South Africa's journey towards building a globally competitive, knowledge-based economy. The partnerships between the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation and Sasol and the Northwest University and High SA Infrastructure Center of Competitiveness demonstrate what can be achieved when government, industry, academia work together towards a common national objective. The unveiling of the 2-kilowatt electrolyzer is more than a technological achievement. It is evidence of South Africa growing its capacity to develop technologies, strengthen local innovation systems, and position our country as a leader in a I listened attentively, and I was now recalling going back to the safety demonstration video to say, where should we be running to assemble? Okay, they said that there are two distinct sirens, and unfortunately the video did not give us the sirens, so I was listening to say, which one of the two is this one? But that was on a lighter note. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Portfolio Committee, we have consistently advocated for greater investment in research, innovation and technology, and in commercialization. Scientific discoveries must not only remain and be confined in laboratories and in our institutions where they have been produced. They must be translated into solutions that create employment for our people, strengthen our industries, and improve the quality of life of our people. And as I stand here as a member of parliament, we are confronted with triple challenges as a country, and we believe that science should be the solution to the challenges that we are confronted as a country. Science should make the living conditions and the life of ordinary citizens on the ground easy with the innovation. It must be innovation that turns around the life of an elderly person who has to now live comfortably in their old days. And we believe that science and innovation should be at the center. Hydrogen technologies represent South Africa with a strategic opportunity. Our country possesses world-class scientific expertise, abundant of renewable energy, resources, that is significant platinum group metals reserves, and that places us on a strong position to become a global leader in green hydrogen technologies that could fuel cell innovation. It is projects such as this electrolyzer that should be contributing to building local technological capabilities in supporting industrial localization and developing critical skills and opening new opportunities for entrepreneurs, researchers, and young scientists. They also reinforce our commitment to not just energy transition, but that, driven by innovation, it can lead to sustainability and inclusive economic growth. Because just transition alone should be bringing economic development, and it should be a transition that takes all of us along. The Portfolio Committee welcomes this collaboration because it reflects the national systems of innovation at its best. It brings together public institutions, higher education, and the private sector to solve national challenges and unlock future economic opportunities. Underpinning this facility was developed through public funding, illustrating how government investment, when combined with strong partnership, when universities and public research institutions and the industries, when they come together, they can generate technologies with real commercial and societal value. As Parliament, we remain committed to providing oversight that strengthens investment in science, technology, for all South Africans. Allow me to congratulate the department, Sasol, the Northwest University, and the South African National Energy Development Institute, and every scientist, engineer, researcher, technician whose dedication has made this achievement possible. This launch of this locally developed PME electrolyzer is more than a scientific achievement. Your work demonstrates that South Africa has the talent, has the capabilities, and it demonstrates that we can build a competitive. Let us continue investing in innovation, industrial development, and it can shape our country towards prosperity. I thank you.
Thank you very much for those words of encouragement and of support, Me Makubela. We appreciate the insights and the challenges before us, that science and technology solutions must actually deliver tangible results. Of support. Going on swiftly, I was just chatting to my co-pilot as I was sitting there, and he says to me, carry on. So when you don't see him here, he's actually here. Let's just be very clear. So he's two program directors. He's here. He says, why shy? That's the one. And so on that basis, I stand in confidence in that regard, and also then acknowledge also my fellow executives in the research and technology environment among us, Mr. Kedaren, Mr. Zulu, as well as Mr. Theo Muzunga. These are the partners that I work with. And as we talk about partnership, it's important that we also deploy our people within, the various institutes and boards and stuff like that. So if you are here and you are looking for board members, I will talk to them, and then they can. because it has to count for something that we are sitting here together, that we make available also resources in the various institutions. I would like then, it is my pleasure going forward to introduce then the chairperson of the Select Committee on Education, Sciences and Creative Industries, representative on Magistrates Commission, to share a message of support. And coming on stage, therefore, is Mr. Maki Feni, who is among us. Please welcome Mr. Maki Feni as he delivers his remarks. You didn't get the skinny jean email, right?
Let me also, program director, to pardon in the interruption of the way of wearing skinny jeans. I must extend my apology on that one, because I didn't want it to be seen. When we're talking about politicians, sometimes when you are entering the room, they always look at you as to, are you part of us, or are you here to interrupt our program? So I had to make sure that I'm an executive too in this program. So that what informs me to ensure that on Friday, indeed, I'm contradicting the protocol. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity indeed to greet both our co-chairs, the mayor, as he has already welcomed us in this beautiful program and in the occasion, the premier in Bogoto of this province. It's clear that we are heading to the month of August. I can see that we are being led by Abu Mama, as my co-chair indeed has already done so. August is the month of Abu Mama in Bogoto of this country. We can't do anything in terms of progress in our economic development and social cohesion of this country if we are not looking in terms of that particular sector of our society. The business sector, indeed, there's a most important stakeholder that is here with us today. The councillors of this area, indeed, as led by the Honorable Executive Mayor, the people of the industry that are here with us, that are dealing with the question of innovation, leading us to another level of our society. It is an honor indeed. My Honorable Minister he's had already apologized, understanding that he is having a busy schedule. He's already raised it. His apology is indeed acknowledged, because without him I wouldn't have been here. So that apology is not even a contested one, as he has already been making some commitments to when we are engaging in Parliament, that it is not only important for me to come and account to the Select Committee, but we must also see, what we are talking about, what we are engaged with in terms of science and technology, which direction are we taking as a country, so that you can be able, when you are asking questions to us, you know what we are talking about, because I know that some of the terminologies might make you to freeze, not want to engage with the report, because sometimes these terminologies, as you can see, it's having some numeratics, and then you will say, no, I agree, even though you do not understand, in trying to to accommodate yourself and also what is presented to you. I indeed, Honorable Koche, I think it's important that we must acknowledge that science and technology sometimes is being viewed as a co-productive force, driven by material and economic needs. Those sometimes it serve both as tools for exploitation, in class terms, your capitalist exploitation, but at the same time, as a potential instrument for human liberation. So that contradiction, it gives us the necessary progress that we see, today, as we're closing this month, the month. At the same time, we're opening, the opportunities that the science and technologies is presenting in terms of the launch of this important program. Honorable Chair, on behalf of the Select Committee on Education, Sciences and Creative Industries, we would like to thank, indeed, as we have already done, the Honorable Minister for inviting, indeed, us, both the Portfolio Committee and the Select Committee to this important occasion, to witness an important milestone in science, technology, and innovation. We will also want to extend our message of support to this launch of a 2 kilowatt proton exchange membrane electrolyzer system. This project encompasses 3 areas of critical importance, which is one of those, it shows the government commitment to the implementation of renewable energy and green hydrogen. The second one, it positions South Africa at the forefront of science and technology and innovation on both African continent, globally. And thirdly, it highlights what our country can achieve through power of public-private partnerships, where government, the private sector, and academia collaborate in to advance the nation's interest and achieve excellence. This is that symbol that we are experiencing today. Therefore, the project is not just a minor initiative. It is a reflection of a policy turned into action. We commend, indeed, the Honorable Minister, his team, all the stakeholders, indeed, that made the possibility of this day. Sasol, indeed, I cannot fall short of mentioning it. The academia, which is under the institutions of higher learning, involved in the research, and all partners for reaching this important milestone. The Select Committee role and responsibility and commitment that we are making out of this, because as Honorable Chair have raised it, that ours, it is not come here to theorize, but how best can we ensure that we put whatever that we've been theorizing, long speeches and so on, into practice to see that the betterment, of our country. And that this project, in our oversight, because ours is to ensure that we are always following, what we have agreed. Not only, our parliamentary oversight, and we'll continue to advocate to increase the resources, on our budget, as we have already raised it, that on our budget, when we're engaging, sometimes these things, when you see the figures, they seem to be really ridiculous. We do not even understand, as I have highlighted, but when we're engaging now in support of the budget vote by by our minister, we will be able to understand what is it that he is saying, and also in terms of what we have been highlighting our program director, that we will ensure that we are supporting so that there are increased resources that are necessary to direct that are directed towards innovation and technology. By those few words, we also want to say, as a select committee, we are here. We will also experience the plant and see what is it that is today. You can see that I'm also wearing some techies. I didn't wear, formal shoes like yourselves, at least in trying to come closer to the skinny jeans. By those few words, thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much. There's no pressure. Hey. Thank you, Mr. Wakifeni. We really appreciate that. We definitely want to see an increase in the research intensity in terms of the budget in this country. And I also, because this is streamed as well, challenge other industries as well to also participate, because not only just the money comes from government, but also industry must put something as well. No, not in skinny jeans. In research in money for research and science minister. And I like the statement that science is a potential instrument for liberation. And in doing so, we must allow the space for thinking for our people. We are honored, ladies and gentlemen, by the support of the Free State provincial government in advancing science, technology, and economic development also within the province. It is now my pleasure to invite, representing the Honorable Premier of the Free State in her absentia, Ms. McQueen Joyce Letsoha Mataye, to deliver a message of support, and to also, after delivering the message of support, introduce our keynote speaker, Honorable Minister. I would like to invite to come to the fore MEC MK Makume, who's the MEC for Finance, Economic Development and Tourism. We are very proud as Sasol, located in the province of the Free State, to also be working with the University of the Free State within this environment. So, Mr. MEC Makume, please welcome him with a round of applause. He will then, after his moment of support, then invite Minister NZIMANDE to come to the fore. MEC Makume.
Thank you, Program Director and the Co-Director, DG of the department. Greetings to the Minister, Professor NZIMANDE. I hope you have witnessed, Professor, I'm also the victim of the email of the skin jeans. Thanks very much. My greetings to the chairs from the different committees, the Select and Portfolio Committee, Member of Parliament, Member Kubela, and the Member of Parliament, Honorable Makefeni. My greetings also goes to the Director General, Mlungisi Tele. Also my greetings to Sarushen Pillay, Dr. Pillay, Ms. Ntokozo Kabashe, and Dimsiza, and Stelo Kulu, the chair from Sanedi, and all protocol observed for those that I've might missed for introduction. But then let me take this opportunity to also greet my fellow councillors, They are the district councillor and the local councillor, Ntate Khasudi and Ntate Malindi. Minister, I'm from here. I was born and bred here in Sasolburg, Zamdela. So I'm home. It was easy for Premier to say, go there. I'm coming for a weekend now. Thanks for your event. So let me also pass the apology by the Premier of the Free State. She would have liked to be here and she wishes us well, but unfortunately there are competing commitments and events today, but she really supports the initiative. It is both an honor and privilege to join you today as we celebrate another milestone in South Africa's journey towards becoming a global, competitive, innovative, driven economy. Allow me, on behalf of the Premier of the Free State, the entire provincial government, to welcome all our distinguished guests to the Free State, a place we call a place to go to, not a place to go through. So and those who are going to Eastern Cape and Western Cape, they pass through. So we want them to come in. I wish to congratulate the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, the department that I also used to work from, under Mamuluko Skubai Ministry. So Nsekaya today again in the departments. The Hydrogen South Africa program, the Northwest University, and the CSIR, and every scientist, engineer, and technician who has contributed to this remarkable achievement. Today's launch represents far more than the commissioning of a laboratory-scale electrolyzer. It represents confidence in South Africa's science. It represents confidence in South African innovation. It represents confidence in South Africa's industrial future. Most importantly, it demonstrates that strategic public investments in research and innovation can produce technologies that respond directly to national priorities while creating entirely new economic opportunities. Program Director, the Government of National Unity has committed itself to placing economic growth, job creation and infrastructure development, energy security and state capability at the center of South Africa's development agenda. These priorities are reflected in the medium-term plan of 2024 to 2029, which calls for faster, more inclusive growth through industrialization, localization, technological innovation, and structural economic reform. Today's event gives practical expression to those national priorities. This project demonstrates how science policy becomes industrial policy, how innovation becomes investment, how research becomes manufacturing capabilities, and ultimately, how knowledge becomes jobs. The medium-term development plan recognizes that South Africa must modernize its productive economy while positioning itself competitively within emerging global industries. The hydrogen technologies represent precisely such an opportunity. Countries that invest today in hydrogen technologies will define tomorrow's industrial competitiveness. South Africa has chosen not to be a spectator in this global transition, but to become an active participant. That is why the Hydrogen South Africa strategy, initiated almost 2 decades ago, remains one of the country's most visionary long-term investments. Today, we are witnessing the dividends of the foresight. The Free State Provincial Government strongly supports the implementation of Operation Vulindlela because we recognize that economic transformation requires more than investment alone. Investments follow certainty. Investment in efficient infrastructure. It follows capable institution. It follows reliable energy. It follows an enabling regulatory environment. The structural reforms underway to modernize South Africa's electricity market, improve logistics performance, strengthening water infrastructure, and enhance the investment climate are essential if provinces such as the Free State are to unlock their full economic potential. As provincial government, we stand ready to work alongside the national government to ensure that these forms translate into tangible economic opportunities for our communities. We also stand firm to support the private initiative that has been taken by private companies and the academias, particularly the Northwest University. We really appreciate and welcome this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, the Provincial Growth and Development Strategy identifies industrialization, innovation, beneficiation, investment, attraction, and economic diversification as critical pillars for transforming the Free State economy. For many decades, our economy is dependent on mining, agriculture, and traditional manufacturing. While these sectors remain central to our economy, the future demands that we build new competitive industries rooted in technology, advanced manufacturing, and clean green energy projects. The hydrogen economy provides precisely that opportunity. South Africa possesses approximately 80% of the world's known platinum group metal reserves. These minerals are indispensable to hydrogen, fuel cells, and electrolyzers. For too long, our country has exported raw minerals while importing high-value manufactured technologies. The hydrogen economy offers us an opportunity to change that trajectory. Instead of exporting minerals alone, we must increasingly export innovation, intellectual property, advanced manufacturing capability, and global competitive technologies developed here in South Africa. And thanks to Sasol, the Department of Science, Technology, and Innovation for this initiative that we have taken. That is the essence of the beneficiation, particularly when you work together, knowing that the problems of this country won't be solved by government alone, but we need partnership. That this is the essence of industrialization. That is the essence of economic transformation. Sasol occupies a unique place within this national vision. For decades, it has been synonymous with industrial excellency, petrochemicals, engineering capability, and scientific innovation. Today, it is evolving once again, this time as one of the South Africa's strategic green hydrogen hubs. It is for that reason that Free State government wants to invite you to approach the Gauteng government to be included in the special economic zone that has been announced by the minister here across the river in the Vaal, so that they can utilize the hydrogen hubs that are already participating, that are already taking place here in Sasol. The Sasol Green Hydrogen Program, recognized as a strategic integrated project, positioned this region at the forefront of the industrial decarbonization, renewable energy integration, and green mobility. All what we are appealing from Sasol, in particular, is don't leave our people behind. The Free State Provincial Government views this not simply as an energy project. We see as an expanding industrial ecosystem. We see opportunities for component manufacturing. We see opportunities for logistics. We see opportunities for engineering services. We see opportunities for localization, and we see opportunities for SMMEs. Above all, we see opportunities for young people, women, and people living with disability seeking meaningful employment in industries that did not exist in the generation ago. It is for this reason that we commend Sasol not only for investing in technology and industrial innovation, but also for investing in people. Only recently, I had the privilege to attending and addressing the Bridge to Work program, an important partnership led by Sasol and NATREF that equips young people with workplace readiness, skills, practical exposure, and pathways into employment. The Bridge to Work program demonstrates that meaningful transformation is not achieved only through capital investment, but through investing in the capabilities of our people, in particular young people. It reflects the kind of responsible corporate citizenship that South Africa needs, where industry becomes an active partner in addressing youth unemployment, or Sasol productive workforce for our province and our country. Our responsibility as government is therefore to ensure that these opportunities become inclusive opportunities. Innovation must create entrepreneurs. Industrialization must create suppliers. Investment must create employment. Growth must reduce poverty. Development must restore dignity. Honorable Minister, Free State continue to position itself as a competitive investment destination. Our province offers strategic geographic positioning at the center of the national transport network and the logistics. We possess established industrial infrastructure. We have expanding logistics corridors linking major domestic and regional markets. 6 provinces are bordering our province and 1 country called Lesotho. We have competitive agricultural value chains. We possess value of Africa's green industrialization agenda. Through the work of the Free State Development Corporation and our investment promotion initiatives, we are actively pursuing investments across renewable energy, advanced manufacturing, agro-processing, logistic, pharmaceutical, tourism, and the emerging green hydrogen value chain. Our objective is clear: to make Free State one of the South Africa's preferred destination for productive investment. For Free State is at the heart of South Africa. Because investment creates industry, industries create jobs, jobs restore hopes. Just the energy transition is often discussed primarily as an environmental imperative. For us in the Free State, it is fundamentally an economic opportunity. It provides an opportunity to reindustrialize our economy, to create new skills, to develop new enterprises, to empower young innovators. Businesses. Again, thanks to Sasol, thanks to the University of Northwest and the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. It therefore reminds us that innovation is one of the most powerful drivers of economic transformation. As the Free State Provincial Government, we reaffirm our commitment to supporting initiatives that expand our industrial base, attract strategic investment, promote localization, strengthen innovation ecosystem, and create sustainable employment. We stand ready to deepen our partnership with the national government, Sasol, our universities, research institutions, and private sector as we collectively build South Africa to better the lives of our people. Hydrogen economy and the green economy being the leading economy. In conclusion, allow me once again to congratulate every institution and every individual whose dedication has brought us to this point, to this important milestone. May this launch inspire even greater ambition. May it strengthen confidence in South African innovation. May it accelerate industrial investment. May it create opportunities for our young people. And it may history record that from place such as Sasolburg, South Africa helped shape the global hydrogen economy. Working together, we can build a stronger economy. Working together, we can create decent work. Working together, we can build a capable developmental state. Working together, we can secure a prosperous future for the people of the Free State and for the people of South Africa. Honorable Minister, let me take this opportunity to reaffirm unwavering commitment of the Free State Provincial Government to work in partnership with you in particular and the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation in advancing South Africa's science, technology and innovation agenda. With an opportunity, industrialness and strong partnership between national, provincial and local government, academia and private sector, we can ensure that the Free State becomes a leading contributor to this national endeavor. Together, let us ensure that the true measure of innovation is not only reflected in scientific breakthroughs or technological achievements, but in the lives we improve, the industries we establish, the opportunities we create for younger people, and inclusive economic growth we deliver for South Africans. I thank you for listening, and without much ado, let me present Professor Blade NZIMANDE, the Minister of the Department, Science, Technology and Innovation, to come and address us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. You may be seated. Program directors, Dr. Mlungisi Cele, our DG, and Mr. Ndim Caesar of Sasol. Senior Vice President, Research and Technology, our host, Dr. Sarushen Pillay. Mr. M. Makume, MEC, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism in the Free State, ably, I must say, standing here for the Premier of the Free State Province. Let me also greet the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Sizo Makubela, the chairperson of the Select Committee, Honorable Makifeni. I must apologize. As you were about to finish, I had to leave. I also came in as you were about to finish. Now, the people from Lusedi do not understand the trouble they are causing me, because I appear before these two honorable members in Parliament. When next time they ask me tough questions about what they said whilst I was outside, I'm going to be in big, big, big trouble. Thank you very much. So my apologies for that, my honorable chairpersons. My special advisor, Ungaba Mandela, the executive mayor of Fezile Dabi District Municipality, Councillor Kasudi, and the executive mayor of Metsimahulu Local Municipality, Councillor Jack Malindi. The chairperson of Senate, Papasha. Uma usiyofuna ke le skinny jean, ngocela ungitholele nami futhi. Also, just see it if it fits you. I'm sure looking at our heights, it will also fit me. Let me also greet Professor Jeffrey Mphahlele, the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Community Engagement at Northwest University, standing in here for Professor Chobek. Let me greet all senior government officials, leaders of industry, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and I also stand on the protocol that has been established. If I left anyone, you are all recognized. It is my honor to address you today on an occasion that is not only about the launch of a technology, but also about the future we are determined to build together as a country. I think that is what is significant about today's event. The official launch of the 2 kilowatts proton exchange membrane electrolyzer system. Let me also thank everybody for the messages of support that you have given today. Very powerful messages, I dare say. And that gives us confidence that indeed we are on the right path. But for me, what is more important is that we are achieving, as our DG was saying, part of our own mantra now. Because we've realized that the amount of scientific work done by our department and done by other role players in society like Sasol is hardly known really in our communities. And so the aim of our mantra is to make sure that all what we are doing gets known by all in society and critical stakeholders. So our mantra, of course, says we want to place science, technology, and innovation at the center of government, education, industry, and society. I have learned now, being minister in this department, that no matter what good work you can do in science, if it is not known, we are in trouble. We are as good as not doing anything. When I went to Ukhozi the other day, that is the KZN-based SAPC radio station, the person who was driving the program asks me, Minister, I thought you were science. What are you doing with industrialization and industry? And he was asking seriously because to him, really the connection was not that clear. Possibly he was asking me also because he wants me to tell the others. And I say the two things, one without the other is dead. You cannot industrialize without innovation, and you cannot innovate without industry. So it's very important, these messages, because to me, I'm beginning to get a sense also that our message is beginning to get across in much more fundamental ways than perhaps we realize. This launch also takes place on the final day of our country's Premier Science Engagement Initiative, which is our inaugural edition of the National Science Month, which we formally launched, by the way, at Vaal University of Technology, not very far from here, on the 4th of July. As you know, the theme of this inaugural edition of the National Science Month is Science, Technology, and Innovation are for everyone. Again, a message that we must understand that science is needed, as the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee said, to solve the problems facing us in the country. That's what science is about. And of course, to go beyond that, to solve problems beyond our own country, in the globe, and to contribute globally in terms of our own contributions. It's a promise also that the power of knowledge, discovery, and innovation must reach every village, every township, every school, every workplace, every community, every sector of industry, and every family household in our country. As a country, we are still confronted with the task of changing the perception, as I'm saying, itself reflected in reality across many parts of our society, that science is an elitist enterprise, reserved only for laboratories, universities, highly specialized experts, including those who speak big English, often from a particular race and class as well. Related to this is the paradox that many of our public science institutions continue to produce research technologies and innovations with the power to improve the daily lives of our people. Yet, as I have said, large parts of this work is not known to our citizens. Therefore, this is a challenge to all of us. Every science practitioner must make sure that his or her work is known beyond the laboratory. That's very important. Sasol, we have capacity. I know you are communicate even more. All of us, we must make sure that we talk about science. That's why we have chosen, by the way, now to have a Science Month. Because we felt a week was important, but not enough. Awukwazi ukukhuluma ngescience isonto nje lilodwa kuphela. Kufuna sikhulume ngescience everywhere, nasebandleni. You must talk about science. I remember now a story. I visited a very important science institution in Europe, which is on the border of France and it's France and Switzerland. CERN, C-E-R-N. Everyone who is in science must at some stage visit that place. So they told me about this. I didn't know about this. I'm told it's a relatively new theory called Big Bang. It's not as old as you think, man. They said it's relatively new, but to me it was new nevertheless. That the universe as we know it today came about as a result of this Big Bang that happened 37.8 billion years ago. Not million, not thousand, 37.8 billion years ago, which gave birth to the universe as we know it today. Now, they were telling me the story that the Pope once visited there. Oh, yeah, they said, we are now trying to find out what was happening before the Big Bang. So the Pope visited there one day. And when they told the Pope that, look, Pope, we think now, we know quite a lot, not everything, about what happened since the Big Bang happened till now. We are now also trying to go back to say what happened before the Big Bang. The Pope said, whoa. Please just concentrate on what happened from the Big Bang to now. As to what happened before the Big Bang, leave that to religious people. Now, our task, therefore, is to ensure that science does not remain hidden in laboratories and journals, but becomes a living force in communities, schools, clinics, factories, farms, workplaces, and so on. Now, we aim to establish robust innovation-driven partnerships amongst the state, the private sector, and civil society to address critical real-world challenges within our communities. That's why I'm very happy, by the way, about the partnership we are having now with Sasol. Sasol, by the way, has a very important history in our country, including the fact that I remember very well that in 1982, when Umkhonto weSizwe hit Sasol, that was Secunda. We all celebrated at the time because we said, yeah, we are hitting at the heart of the apartheid government. That's part of Sasol's history. You mustn't hide it. Now, we are no longer bombing Sasol. We are working with Sasol to build a better South Africa. And with your technologies, you have got a hugely important role to play. Now, this partnership aligns with the perspectives of the technological higher education network of South Africa, which includes universities, by the way, which asserts that, I quote, "Innovation is the engine of progress, and in today's fast-evolving world, collaboration is the fuel that drives it forward. At the heart of meaningful change lies the synergy between various stakeholders, governments, higher education institutions, industries, and non-profit organizations," unquote. Thirdly, we aim to expand the size and diversity of the impact of science, technology, and innovation on all spheres of our economy and society. In short, we want South Africa to become a society led by science, technology, and innovation. We don't want to be like some other leaders, which I don't want to mention by name, who say that they run their countries through common sense. You can't run a country through common sense in this day and age of science. You say you want to run your country by common sense. There is no such. We hope that our children do not engage that, but we have a duty to make sure that they don't embrace that. Sorry, that's what I mean. Therefore, we seek to mobilize all sectors of society. I also then wish to express our appreciation for the partnership with Sasol, Northwest University, and SANEDI. This partnership has already yielded important value, and we intend to use it to achieve even greater things for our public science system and country. Yabona iscience yethu isiziyathatha noxulu yabasondeza kwiscience. Sasingazoxhapasha bangasondela kuscience. Sabazi kuyinsizwa nje iphathe induku amawisa namahawula. But now they are here. They are here in science. Now, this is the strategic context for my visit to Sasol today. It follows the high-level engagement between our department and Sasol in April this year. Given the importance of today's occasion, I wish to reflect briefly, just very briefly, on three interconnected issues that deserve our collective consideration. The first issue is to reflect on the relationship between critical minerals beneficiation and green hydrogen. We must refuse to be left behind, because as it was said by someone earlier, we've got all the ingredients of green energy and modern scientific technologies. We must refuse to be left behind. People are talking about critical minerals today. Some of them are talking about it because they are looking at taking them. There's even a country that is going around making deals with certain countries and say, we will lower your tariffs for the things we get from your country if you give us your critical minerals. We can't have critical minerals being phase 2 of colonization. In other words, we can't that our minerals are used again to colonize us. That we cannot do. As somebody said, I'm told it was the chair of the Select Committee, these minerals, through our science, must be means to further liberate our own country and decolonize our own country. That's very important. Because these minerals are key to fueling industries of the future. And we aim to ensure South Africa becomes a major player in key upstream, midstream, and downstream parts of these future industries. As I indicated earlier this week at the 9th SADC Industrial Week in Durban, critical minerals are not merely commodities to be mined and exported. They are strategic enablers of future industry. Mining in the colonial and apartheid era, we were digging minerals from the pit and take them directly, dirty as they were, to the port, whether it's Richards Bay or Durban, to outside countries. And they come back, those minerals being sold to us as beautiful diamonds and rings, and we don't even recognize actually that they came out of this. So beneficiation is key, and we won't have beneficiation without science and innovation. That is something that is very important. Accordingly then, if our mining sector is to move up the global value chains, we require deliberate investments in domestic engineering, indigenous intellectual property, and localized capital goods manufacturing. And we have indeed been doing so. You know, in the African continent, we also have another huge, huge advantage that we are a youthful continent. That's not a disadvantage, it's a huge advantage. If we can train the young people in our continent, they will change the world. They will change the world, not only for Africa, but also for the rest of the world itself. So to unlock the strategic potential of the hydrogen economy, our department and its entities have been investing in technologies and knowledge systems that should enable South Africa and the Southern African region to capture great value across the entire mineral value chain. By the way, we need to remind ourselves, why are we having this migration crisis in South Africa at the moment? Fact is, we are the more developed economy, South Africa, and the rest of the region is relatively far back. For as long as it is like that, I tell one of my colleagues, I won't name, cabinet colleague, when you say abahambe, they won't go. If they go, they will come back. Not because it's my wish as NZIMANDE, but objectively, because of South Africa being the more developed, they will actually be attracted here. I visited Mozambique one day. Apart from the fact that it's a less developed country, I didn't know that there is not a single social grant to cushion even that. Nothing. That's why you see 75-year-olds selling bananas, because that's the only way. They don't even have a cushion of an old age grant like we have here in South Africa. The ultimate solution to stabilizing migration in Southern Africa is regional industrialization. That is critical. There are some people, this doesn't go down well, but that's a fact. Ngoba ngingasekho nisho ukuthi uNzimande one day washo what this is the path to our solution. I don't believe anyone likes to leave his or her home. Nobody loves that. But if there is nothing, what do you do? you must go and look for greener pastures. The migration we are having actually is economic migration. That's what we are having. Now, the second main issue then I want to reflect on is the importance of building the skills, capabilities, and industrial value required to advance South Africa's hydrogen economy. Our universities and TVET colleges have got a huge role to play in this regard. In fact, I was thinking, Boss Lalubam, our chairs, that if SADC wants to industrialize, the SADC heads of state, in the main, they'll be talking about industrialization. That's why we had this conference as a precursor to that. It means we need to mobilize our universities to place research and development into industrialization as one of their key priorities. And all other research and development institutions must also invest energy into that, so that we innovate, so that we've got strategies. What kind of strategies do we need in order to be able to industrialize? We are also then confident that knowledge produced in that way will move us closer to where we want to be. We have also invested, by the way, for more than a decade into hydrogen in South Africa as part of that contribution. The third and final issue I wish to just touch upon is the importance of our country's hydrogen society roadmap and regional collaboration. Cabinet adopted Hydrogen South Africa as a program, HISA. We must thank Sasol for having been a reliable partner. We go together with Sasol also and engage in a place like Japan and seek to form partnerships so that we become a major producer and exporter, apart from domestic use, of hydrogen. South Africa's strength must therefore be located within a broader regional efforts. Industrialization of South Africa's mineral wealth must also be a collective effort. It requires strong partnerships among government departments, industry, research institutions, development finance institutions, regional organizations, and industrial partners. Let me conclude by saying the deployment of the 2 kilowatts PM electrolyzer system marks a significant step in advancing South Africa's green hydrogen innovation ecosystem and in supporting the industrialization of locally developed, publicly funded intellectual property. Sasol is very important because we are an innovator as a company, and we have been an innovator for quite some time. So when I tell the other story of Sasol in the past, it's not because I want to underestimate Sasol as an innovator. What we did to Sasol at the time was the innovation because we wanted to be free. You see? Now you are an asset to this country, an absolute asset. Please play that role. Let today's launch, therefore, serve as yet another example of science, technology, and innovation, as indispensable and vital instruments for securing a more prosperous, inclusive, and equal future for all of our people. I want to leave you with a challenge. MEC raised something, if I'm not mistaken, it's you, MEC, that there is something that's going to be done across the river. SEZ, yes. And the SEZ also, it must be connected to this side of the river. I agree with you entirely. But I want to leave a challenge to all the role players around Sasol here in science. Can you please establish a science, technology, and innovation regional forum where you bring together all role players in science, technology, and innovation in this area, and share ideas and plan together and lobby together to actually modernize, industrialize, and so on in this area. We don't have that in our country. We only have DSTI and National Science and Technology Forum at national level. We must build these things right up to municipalities. We have lots of role players in science technology, but we don't know what each other is doing. So that's a challenge. The first challenge I posed it to Saibono in Gauteng. Now the second one, I'm posing it here. So the next time I will come here is if I'm invited by the Regional Science, Technology and Innovation Forum. So Sasol invites me on its own, thank you very much, I won't come. If Northwest University invites me on their own, sorry, I won't come, but I will come to when invited by the Regional Science, Technology and Innovation Forum. Thank you very much.
It's wonderful. Oh, wow. Another round of applause for Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. My notebook is so full, and I was happy to take the notes until the last request. Then I thought, actually, that's really the crux of it all. All of us working together. To the organizing committee and the chairperson of the Val Triangle Science, Technology and Innovation Regional Forum. The action is out there to actually invite the minister. Please book minister on his calendar. Thank you very much, Minister, for those wonderful remarks, really inspiring address, and for your continued leadership in strengthening, I think, South Africa's, and I dare add, regional, and also based on your networks internationally, global technology and innovation ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, without waste of time, to deliver a vote of thanks, I would like to now invite Executive Mayor of Metsi Maholo Local Municipality, Councillor Jack Malindi, to give us a vote of thanks. And after that, I'm going to come in and share some announcements in terms of how we are going forward, in terms of the rest of the proceedings for today. So please, by a round of applause, to give us a vote of thanks, let's welcome Executive Mayor Malindi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. His Excellency, Professor NZIMANDE, Minister of Science and Technology and Innovations, His Excellency, the MEC of Finance in our province, Free State, standing in for the Premier, Tate Makume. I'm standing here with the protocols that has been observed. Honorable members of Parliament, members of distinguished guests, Sasol management, not forgetting Siyazwana Nawe Togozo Kabashi, the Northwest University, honorable members of Parliament, and all distinguished guests here today. My job is simple. You are all welcomed, and thank you for each and every one who spoke today. Really, we have been schooled. But before I can actually thank you formally, Honorable Minister, let me take this opportunity to just ngibonge kakhulu for your presence, Uguba Natila. Yesterday, like you have just indicated now, yesterday we I hosted actually councillors from Zimbabwe. And on their arrival at our municipality for Yan, they were sitting like you are sitting. And they were all, man, seriously so, man. They didn't laugh when I tried to make a joke, and I ended up saying, no, I'm not the one, I'm not, you are welcome here to our municipality. So at least they become. On behalf, no, I was just making them to be free, actually, man. They were not comfortable. And they were here for benchmarking. To say that, and I said, but hey, we are most important, Honorable MEC and Honorable Minister, to say, people from Zimbabwe, like you have just indicated, Free State is not a province to go through, it's a province to go to. They are from Zimbabwe, they went all out, but they came here in the Free State Sasol to come and benchmark. On behalf of Metsimaholo Municipality, I sincerely thank you for being here, Honorable Minister. We are proud to celebrate this important partnership between Sasol and the Northwest University, supported by our government, that to deliver this 2 kilowatts hydrogen technology in our municipality. Thank you, Minister Professor NZIMANDE, for championing science and innovation that creates opportunity to our communities. To you, Honorable MEC, thank you for leadership and commitment in developing the Free State province. To Sasol and Northwest University, thank you for your research, investment, and collaboration. You are helping us to live better and better every day. This project shows that we can achieve more when the government, industry, and academia work together. Metsimaholo welcomes this technology, and we look forward to growing this partnership for the benefit of our residents. Thank you for each and everyone who spoke today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, colleagues. Let's, those who may be interested in the Big Bang theory that the minister spoke about, you will appreciate that, and the minister has asked us. The actual years, it's 13.7 billion. So that's the correct. And the minister has asked that, please, colleagues, don't go with the original numbers that were shared. So thank you very much. Would like to thank everyone. And may I now request, let's see, because we are about to start with a tour, right? So the delegates who are not participating in the site visit are invited to remain in the auditorium, where they will have the opportunity to network and engage with exhibits showcasing Sasol's operations and key partnerships. Before we begin the site tour, please note that photography, video recording, and the use of cameras or mobile devices to capture images are not permitted on site. We kindly ask all guests to respect this requirement and follow the instructions provided by the tour guides at all times. So thank you in advance for your cooperation. For those participating in the tour, please follow the designated route to the PPE change areas. PPE has been allocated and will be provided by Sasol support teams. So I had some grumbling when the minister's colleague was showing the minister's PPE, and they were now asking about theirs. So you are all confirm that you will receive your own PPE, provided you are part of the tour. But if not, so please let's ensure we wear all the PPE before departure. If you're not sure how to wear them, Andy is here to help. Closed footwear is mandatory. So this is not elaborated, Minister. So photography during the tour may only occur in designated areas and under the guidance of Sasol media representatives. Kindly remain with your allocated tour group throughout the visit. We appreciate your cooperation as safety remains our first priority. Corporate affairs representatives will guide participating delegates to the PPE allocation points. So may I now request delegates participating in the site tour to follow the corporate affairs team to the designated PPE areas. I hope they will, okay, my sister is there. So it's the minister, it's the MEC, the mayors, the executive mayors. Minister, do we say his Lord, his worship? Yes, so we need to respect them. The honorable chairpersons of the portfolio committee and the select committee, the chief of staff, the advisor, the executive vice president of Sasol, okay, because there are many vice presidents, senior vice presidents here. So it's Andy, Kabashe, you will join the group. Professor Mpahlele will join. Mqina, Didi Jitenza, Modli, Manzin. So those are the colleagues who will join in the leadership that will join the tour. The tour guide would be Catherine Gavender. So may I now, so the support teams are available to assist with the fitting of hard hats, safety glasses, reflective jackets, and any other required safety equipment. So once all delegates have completed the PPE change process, we will assemble the tour groups and proceed to the research. So please be reminded again, colleagues, taking photographs of recording videos during the site tour is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation and adherence to site requirements. We thank you very much. So let's enjoy the tour. And then those who are not participating, please remain and enjoy